And I'm Lars Glassington. We are Riverside business owners and residents, and we're here today to...
We're going to be your virtual tour guides for the Riverside Public Art Tour.
That's right, we're going to start right here where it all began on the Riverside Bridge on Queen Street.
This Queen Street Bridge has been a very important part of passage in East Toronto since 1996, when artist Eldon Garnet created this with the Time and the Clock series. If you look above, you will see the iconic phrase, "This river I step in is not the river I stand in." The Riverside BIA launched the River Bridge Lighting Project as part of the Pan Am Games to illuminate the bridge and its art every night in beautiful, vibrant lights. This swirling ribbon was also created in 2015 as part of the Bridge Lighting Project by artist Rebecca Houston. The ribbon is supposed to symbolize the swirling river.
Here we are at our next mural, created by Jessie Durham and Melissa Luck.
It's the Welcome to Riverside mural, welcoming everybody to the East End since 2013. The Welcome to Riverside mural was the first in a series of murals done in the Riverside neighborhood. The original artwork was created by Toronto artist Jessie Durham. Mural lead artist was Melissa Luck, with assistance from other local artists. Fun fact, the mural was originally supposed to be installed on the then infamous Jilly's at 106 Broadview Ave, a venue since transformed into the Broadview Hotel. The plan changed and it was eventually made to fit the east-facing wall of 742 Queen Street East. You can see the modifying cuts on the panels to make it fit that location. In 2017, the mural was moved again, at the building owner's request, to the west-facing wall of 651 Queen Street East. Artists projected and painted most of the mural behind the Riverside BIA office at the time, beside what was then MacFab, thanks to amazing former BIA member Dale. In order to line up the artwork on multiple panels correctly, the artist had to lay it outside in the back alley. During the Riverside Eats and Beats Street Fest weekend in June, community members were invited to paint their own symbols and images into the background of the main artwork panels. For protection from the elements, all the panels were varnished. The varnish and drying was done during off hours at the Ralph Thornton Community Center. Fun fact, the Welcome to Riverside mural features many iconic images of what makes this East End neighborhood special, like the TTC streetcar and the bridge with public art by Eldon, Garnet, and other artists from the 1990s. In 2018, during the special neighborhood art series on the TTC MetroPass, the mural was featured as the artwork on the February MetroPass.
Welcome back. Now we are at the corner of Queen and Carroll Street, and I am in front of a beautiful mural worked on by three incredible artists. lead artist Odinamaad in partnership with Chief Ladybird and Dave Monday Oguorie. This mural tells a story about how Toronto is a meeting place for all people. First for Indigenous people to travel, trade, hunt, fish, and gather here, and now as a global hotspot where people from all over the world come and spend time on these traditional territories that were originally occupied by Indigenous people. The artists portray and share many of their traditional activities and stories while giving a voice to Indigenous peoples and a prayer toward the next generation of youth, the enduring, strong Indigenous presence here in Toronto. Learn more about the meaning behind these powerful images coming up next.
Up next, we are here at the Riverside Sports Heritage and Legacy mural created by Monica Wickeler. Come on. The lower half of the mural celebrates Riverside's rich heritage in cycling and also in curling, associated with the Royal Canadian Curling Club. And also baseball, as Riverside is home to Toronto's first baseball park, Sunlight Park, just across the street. Let's go Blue Jays!
Hello, my name's Monica Wickeler. I'm a public artist who works on community projects in the city of Toronto. I'm a mural artist. I work in large scale. In 2014, I was invited to be part of a project in Riverside. It was a sports heritage mural that was inspired by the history of the sports in the Riverside area. Riverside is home to one of the first baseball parks, Sunlight Park, just south of the mural. The historical curling club on Broadview was an inspiration, and within the curling club there's a cycling club, which is home to a beautiful display of vintage photographs of the original cycling racing teams. Riverside being obviously part of the side of the river, and all the sports that would happen on that river in the winter time when it froze over. There was skating, there was curling. I brought some of the images that I found, the vintage photographs within the curling club and the cycling club. In my studio, I created stencils from those images, brought the stencils to the wall, and the main theme of the mural was a topographical map of that portion of Riverside and the Don River. Then in 2015, we expanded this project with the excitement around Riverside being involved with the Toronto 2015 Pan Am Games that were happening in the neighborhood. We expanded the mural to be reflective of some of the contemporary sports that were being involved in the Pan Am Games. The nice thing about this mural being in Riverside and the games being in the Riverside neighborhood were that the athletes' village was just down the street, and the feeling that the pride in Riverside was going to take place during this Pan Am Games with it being in the neighborhood. So in the second installation of the Sports Heritage mural, we extended the topographical map up to the second story of the building, the location, bringing in contemporary sports such as archery and water polo. We included athletes with disabilities for the Para-Pan Am Games, and combining the contemporary and the heritage sports. The Riverside community can be proud of this piece, and it's a tribute to the long-standing history of sport in the Riverside area.
Here we are at the Girls Mural Camp. This was created in August 2020 as an opportunity for youth to explore the history of street art and co-create a beautiful mural. Fun fact, the artists also left behind some fun tidbits for us, including this ground mural and this garage mural for the local families and kids. Okay, let's check out the mural creation process from the Girls Mural Camp team.
The Girls Mural Camp. The intention is to bring together some young women and give them the opportunity to bring their artwork into a slightly larger scale. And for me, I think what the biggest goal is to the empowerment that you feel from creating something a little bit bigger.
We've been meeting over the past few weeks. The first two meetings happened at the St. Matthew's Clubhouse, where we talked about what the experience for each person had been like during the pandemic, and also what kind of message everybody wanted to create to share with the community in the piece. The girls came up with a concept that represented the ways in which connectivity had been facilitated in one sense through technology, but in another sense through reconnecting with nature and reconnecting with themselves. And then we've spent this week here on site actually painting the mural.
I haven't really done any murals. I think one time I painted my wall, but leading up to the camp, I had no clue what spray paint and aerosol was like, so I was kind of nervous until I realized that it's actually easier than I thought it would be. Just being out here and being able to this is part of the community that I haven't been able to be in a lot. All of us doing our own things and working together. Even if you're not a people person or a well-developed artist, it's a great place to grow, it's a great place to meet people, and just the experience overall is very wholesome and exciting.
The VIA has a vision to do alleyway murals within this whole laneway, and this was an idea to start that off this year and continue hopefully next year.
I think when the girls walk away from here, they've made new friends, they've had new experiences together, and everybody feels super empowered.
Graffiti art has been a long-running trend here in the Riverside area, dating back to 1995 when renowned graffiti artist Skam was the first to paint the area with graffiti. This piece was commissioned by the owner of the property at Christmas 2015. He wanted a Skam piece because he loved the artist's work and style. Fun fact, there's a lot of graffiti art by Skam and other artists in Riverside. You can literally go on a scavenger hunt to check out this beautiful public art.
This beautiful piece is an abstract painting done by artist Jacquie Comrie. It is her interpretation of the quote, "This river I step in is not the river I stand in." It speaks to change, movement, and the inevitable transformation throughout time. Through the use of this vibrant color palette, the aim is to make everyone feel vibrant, uplifted, and welcomed in this area. Fun fact, alquimia is Spanish for alchemy.
The Riverside Pollinator mural was created in 2016 by Sweetman. It celebrates the time and clock theme and also celebrates Albert Edelstein, who was a founding member of the Riverside BIA, and he was a local jeweler and watchmaker. The mural also highlights the many natural hidden places in Riverside and the importance of pollinators in the community. Fun fact, the Queen Garden Center was built and opened up just a couple years after the mural was created. Wasn't planned that way, but it worked out perfect. Now check out the next segment from artist Sweetman.
My name is Sweetman. I'm a Toronto mural artist. I've been painting in the city for a few years now, and most of my murals deal with nature themes. I try with my work to give the viewer an encounter with something that kind of looks back at them and hopefully gives them something to think about that they wouldn't otherwise be thinking about on their walk to work or whatever. This mural in particular is called A Time for Pollinators, and it's one in a series I've done in the city that draw attention to Toronto's biodiversity in their pollinator population, their bees and butterflies, and also to try and draw awareness to issues facing pollinators around the world. So if you look at the hands of the clock, you'll see it's 11 o'clock, sort of suggesting we're in the 11th hour. We need to really pay attention to the pollinators and the natural world and our effects on it. This mural also pays homage to one of the founders of the Riverside BIA, Albert Edelstein, who was a clockmaker. And I'm trying to draw a parallel in this work between the sort of important behind-the-scenes work of pollinators, helping the natural world grow and helping our crops grow, and then parallel that with like a citizen in a city who's sort of contributing in their little ways to creating this society that we all live in and benefit from. The idea that the clockmaker is an important part of that too, working on these very small mechanisms that the rest of us sort of live our lives by in the form of being able to tell time. Trying to put some color into the world, something to think about, also an important issue that I think deserves attention. And then, paying respects to an important man that did a lot for this community. Hope you enjoy.
Check out this vibrant piece at the entryway of Good Juice Box Vintage by artist Raoul Soller. 3 of the Time and a Clock series. Above me, we have words symbolic of the river that we started at. Coursing, disappearing, trembling, and returning. This has been Camille Blatt.
And I'm Lars Glassington, and that concludes the public art tour of Riverside.
We predict many more amazing pieces of art in Riverside in the future.
So next time you're in the area, take yourself on a self-guided tour and check out these amazing pieces.
Thanks for joining.
Bye-bye.
Bye.